Hi, are you interested in slowing down aging and maybe thriving until the last breath? Well, I'm Rusty Cottrell, physical therapist. I've been into anti-aging since I was 15, and I had a 30-year-old ancient teacher at the time. I thought so. Beat me in a 5-mile run, and I thought, I better learn what he's doing. And I've been learning ever since then, and I'm 68 years young now, and I've been into this whole process of learning and processing everything I can to be able to thrive until my last breath.
And you've been a physical therapist for how long?
I've been a physical therapist for 45 years.
That's a good long time. And I'm Debbie, and I am a dietitian of 42 years. And I too have been into anti-aging. So originally when I was doing all my continuing ed post-school, my major goal was to learn as much as I could about prevention. That's what we called it then. And now we call it functional medicine. All my continuing ed I put into that because I wanted to know how to stop disease from the get-go. I didn't want to be putting Band-Aids over symptoms. I wanted to stop the disease process before it even got started or even showed itself in the body.
We want to thank you for tuning in today, and we're hoping that you're blessed by the information that we share today.
And like we want to thrive until that last hurrah, we want to see you thrive as well. Have you ever felt tired but wired? It might not just be stress. It might be your mitochondria crying out for help.
It may seem strange to think about mitochondria that produce energy. Remember high school biology, that you actually need energy to sleep. But today, we're going to look at sleep and mitochondria.
You know that we need sleep to repair. Most people have heard that. They think it's important to get some sleep. The body can work on repairing itself. But tell us more about how that happens.
Well, batteries, we know batteries are. Well, our mitochondria is kind of like batteries that recharge. And when you're not getting good sleep, it's going to affect the recharge.
So deep sleep, also during that time we have kind of a cellular housekeeping where you can remove the worn out mitochondria parts and also repair the mitochondria.
Which requires mitochondria. So it's doing that, plus it's going to help you sleep. That's how it works.
So mitochondria helps itself.
Exactly. So decreased sleep decreases mitochondria repair and then decreases the recharge.
Yes. So number two, when you have poor sleep, you have stressed mitochondria.
So lack of sleep actually increases what we call oxidative stress, which is like free radicals. So increasing the free radicals that are actually damaging mitochondria.
And when the mitochondria are stressed, you're decreasing the recharge and you end up with kind of a tired, foggy feeling, as well as...
Even if you slept all night, you wake up still feeling tired, foggy, and
it increases your chance of disease. Nobody wants that.
So healthy mitochondria, number 3, healthy mitochondria actually equals better sleep.
So the mitochondria regulate energy and a body clock. And you probably have heard about circadian rhythms. So the mitochondria are really important for those circadian rhythms.
And the mitochondria support production of melatonin, and melatonin is basically a sleep hormone.
So when you have damage to the mitochondria, you have poor restorative deep sleep. So what can we do about it?
Well, basically it's like number 4 is a vicious cycle.
Oh, that's right.
Poor sleep, damaged mitochondria, decreased energy, poor sleep. And it just goes around and round and round. So some tips for prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Now these are simple things to do. Maybe they're hard for you, but they're simple.
It's the prioritizing that's the key. Prioritizing 7 to 9 hours, you have to use the S word in our house. It's called schedule.
We don't use that word very much. We're retired. Scheduling? When you're retired?
You kind of have to schedule it in.
Okay.
You kind of have to have a plan.
We schedule the important things like getting up early to get morning sunlight. That's one of the things that's important to me, so I do that.
That's right. So getting that 7 to 9 hours is super important for healthy mitochondria and deep sleep.
Because you can get up early even not getting good sleep, but when you do it on a regular basis, you definitely go to bed earlier.
Well, what's important about getting up early? A lot of people might go, well, I'm getting my 7 to 9 hours, but
So-
maybe it's, like midnight to,
Yeah. Well, your eyes have receptors in them. So when you're actually looking at that new light coming in early in the morning, that sunlight, sunrise kind of color, we have receptor cells that actually reset your circadian rhythm.
super important.
We use it when
for
you travel.
every
When
day.
we travel, we leave Kauai, we travel somewhere else. If we get that early light in our eyes and exercise, that really, really helps.
Super important.
And number 3,
Number 3, nutrient-rich whole foods. So you think of nutrient-rich, well, whole foods, yes, nutrient-rich. We want to prioritize foods that have magnesium, B vitamins, and antioxidants. And you think, well, do I take an antioxidant supplement? No, it's the whole food that's important because all the phytonutrients are there with the antioxidant, and those things actually help support the mitochondria.
although we will put a link in the description box about how to activate your genes that make your own endogenous antioxidant enzymes, like you're an infant all over again. It's absolutely amazing.
Incredible, and incredible for health, definitely. When we're thinking of nutrients and what to include, we also need to look at what not to include, and that's late night caffeine or late afternoon caffeine. For those of us who are super caffeine sensitive, it may mean no caffeine. Otherwise, we're up all night.
Even late night meals can affect, it's like your body's trying to process the food. It's going, I don't have energy to clean up the bedroom or clean up the closet or clean up the other things in your body. So you don't get as good sleep either.
That's right. It's processing the food, can't process the cellular restorative repair.
How about reducing blue light, number 5?
That's super important. So you might have heard, sleeping in a dark bedroom, that's important too. But what we're specifically talking about is reducing the blue light an hour before bedtime. So maybe somebody's watching those late night programs and clicking it off right before they go to bed. All that blue light has actually shifted your body's ability to repair the mitochondria.
Again, those receptors in your eyes are receiving that blue light, and it's telling your body a mixed message. And so that's what's messing it up.
Yes. So an hour before bed, turning off the television, turning off the scrolling, those kinds of things. Maybe read a book. Also,
If you have
Have a
to do something, some screen of some type, you can actually use the blue blocker. I do that, but still not as good as not having the blue light.
and the 6th tip is to move daily. Why is exercise so important?
Well, exercise, what it does. It actually creates mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of more mitochondria, and then helping the function of the mitochondria you do have.
So it stimulates growth and function.
Absolutely.
Super important. So I hope this was helpful as you understand how sleep is important for mitochondria. If this was helpful for you, we're hoping it's helpful for someone else as well. So it's helpful to click that like button and subscribe if you don't want to miss future episodes.
And if you have any questions on the subject we talked about today, put it in the comments below, and we'll address that in future videos.
Yes, definitely. Thanks for joining us, and until next time,
Aloha.
aloha.